Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and in today's video, we're going to be doing our daily transparency update as usual, and on top of just some discussion around Tesla stock, the typical thing that we do, I'm going to be talking about Gamestop stock a little bit in this video as well. And that's because I recently made a video on me taking a position in Gamestop stock, basically a YOLO play, nothing serious. Like I said in that recent video, I'm not a gambler, I'm not somebody who goes to the casino and spends a lot of money. This was basically my casino moment, considering that I'm not much of a gambler and I don't buy lottery tickets all the time, and I try to be pretty conservative when it comes to my spending. At least that's something that I've been trying to work on, and we'll be talking about that a little bit as well, because there's a lot of things developing with that whole situation. It just gets shadier and shadier as we get further into it, so a lot of things to talk about regarding that. But we also had Tesla stock pretty much skyrocketing today at around a 6% gain in total, counting both the after hours and the normal market hours. Keep in mind the portfolio numbers are just a little bit different from Tesla, considering that I did have around 1% of it in GameStop today before I sold. I'll explain in this video why I decided to sell that position, and I have to be honest, I took a pretty big L on it, around a $2,000 loss. I had diamond hands to the majority of the dip, but I just bought at a really unfortunate time when I think about it. I just happened to buy it on the worst day possible, because the day after Robinhood began limiting purchases on that, but we'll get to that topic in just a minute. But of course, as always, if you enjoy the transparency updates and me just keeping it real with you all, whether I lose money or make money, then please make sure to smash that like button. But just getting into this one, we have the portfolio currently at $345,059.40. And in the normal market hours today, we had a plus 5.91% gain. That is plus $19,269.11. And then in the after hours, we are at minus 0.13%, which is minus $462.05. So overall, we had a really good stock market day in general for the portfolio. The GameStop loss is really unfortunate. I'm definitely more aggravated about that loss just because it was a short-term YOLO play. I know that I can't hold GameStop for the long term like I can with Tesla and count on it eventually regaining back those losses. Now that may happen if the short squeeze still occurs. I honestly hope it occurs. I hope the people, especially the retail investors that are holding GameStop out there, I hope that you make a lot of money on GameStop. I just personally decided to exit out of my position. One of those reasons is because it was on margin. I have a tax bill due upcoming in April. Not only did I lose money, but I'm going to have to pay that back. And until I pay back around that $2,000, then I'm going to be paying a 2.5% annual interest rate on it as well. We'll talk about some more of those details in a minute, but we need to focus on Tesla stock as well, because that's the bread and butter of this portfolio. That's my baby. It's a good long-term stock, and GameStop is just another one of those examples of why I like long-term plays, because you can eventually, if you believe in the company and you have high conviction, you can hold a position even if it drops significantly and count on you recouping those losses later on. In comparison to that, we have short-term positions which you can't really count on that happening. So that's why I'm a big fan of long-term investing, but I'll always be looking for opportunities in the market. And like I said, who knows, GameStop may still go to the moon. It could. I hope so for all of you GameStop holders out there. But like I said, Tesla jumped significantly today. Some of that was partially due to a battery deal in Germany, I believe. And then I think the major reason for that is because last night we had a price target upgrade to, I believe, $1,200 per share. This was an upgrade from $500 per share to $1,200 per share by Alex Potter from Piper Sandler. There's a lot of details on this that we'll likely cover in the future, but for some reason, Robinhood doesn't have it actually mentioned on the Tesla stock page. I'm surprised they don't have this in the news section here, but I think that's a major factor in why we saw such a surge today. If I were to attribute this movement to one specific thing, it would be this price target upgrade, because everybody loves a price target upgrade, especially a significant one, not one where we're just increasing by a few $100 or one that is just slightly above where the share price is at currently, but we got one that was increased significantly, more than double, and it is around $360 more than where the share price is at currently, counting today's movement partially based on this news piece about the price target upgrade. So it's a significant upgrade at that, and I think people were also just trying to take advantage of the recent dip with Tesla stock. As I stated in that recent video on Friday, I said it was a good opportunity for those that were looking for a discount with Tesla stock, because it's one of those where we commonly see some significant run-ups, but you really have to be patient sometimes to get that really nice discount on Tesla stock. Sometimes you have to wait a few weeks, sometimes you have to wait a few months. Sometimes investors miss out on that opportunity because they think it's going to go down more. I referenced the comparison to Apple stock during the 2020 stock market crash as well, where it was pretty difficult to get a significant discount with Apple stock because it had a lot of resilience, with the whole general crash happening. I recognize that comparison with Tesla stock, and especially now as we're looking at it, it just emphasizes it even more because that window of opportunity for the discount has closed up or tightened a little bit as the share price continues to grow based on this news and just as people start to take advantage of that recent discount. Now that we've addressed Tesla stock a little bit, I want to talk about the hot topic right now, which is GameStop, especially considering everything that has been going on so far, the Robinhood fiasco, brokerages limiting purchases, a lot of drama around this situation. Elon Musk even recently interviewed the CEO of Robinhood, known as Vlad, and he interviewed him on Clubhouse, grilled him with some good questions, gave him that window to talk himself. Elon was pretty smart with the way that he asked questions. He basically just let Vlad talk, but he made sure not to let him BS too much. He would interrupt him if he would go on a tangent. There was a lot of avoiding questions when it came to this, but that's just another thing piling on to this whole situation regarding this GameStop drama. Regarding the time that I sold my position in GameStop, I believe it was around this period right here at 5:25 p.m. I think the exact share price that I sold it at was $181 per share. We can check this right here. So as you can see, a $4,000 position sold at $2,266.23. That was sold at a share price of $181.30, and that was at the time period of exactly 5:25 p.m. If we go back to the top up here, it's exactly where I said it was at 5:25, almost the lowest point of this chart right here. That pretty much sums it up for me. A total Wall Street bets move, buy high, sell low. Have to admit, I took a big L on this one, and it's just my luck that I would sell at the lowest point of the day. I stayed up until I think around 11:30 today just to see where GameStop went. I made a pre-market order on Fidelity, and then today I woke up around this time period, instantly looked at Robinhood, and just decided nobody has diamond hands. And here I am over here, held through the whole day, and just didn't even look at it until the end of the day, and it's just a massive sell-off. Some people are saying that hedge funds are trading back and forth to get people to sell off. I'm personally not saying that's the case or anything like that. I'm just saying what I've been seeing. But even if that's happening, there's 100% some retail investors out there panic selling based on this movement for today. One of the reasons that I decided to sell today with this loss, obviously I would love to hold and eventually that position recover and me gain some money back and maybe even make money. I would love for that to happen, but the whole point of a short squeeze is for people to hold on to their positions. And if I look at this chart, all I'm seeing is a sell-off. Some people were saying that's the hedge funds trying to get people to panic sell and things like that. But like I said, there were definitely some retail investors in the mix here as well selling. And I've seen a lot of new people to the market recently, and I tried to engage in that perspective of if I was a new investor, someone not familiar with the market or stocks whatsoever, and I bought a position on Friday, and the first thing I see on Monday is GameStop dropping 30% or 40% or 45%. If I'm trying to think in the perspective of a retail investor that doesn't understand the stock market, the go-to monkey brain move is to just panic sell so you don't lose the rest of your money. I think that happened among a lot of inexperienced retail investors, and at the end of the day, one could say I did the same thing. I did this because I was considering the fact that for this short squeeze to happen and for the share price to keep going up, we can't have everybody with paper hands selling at points like this within the day. And as you can see, I had diamond hands pretty much until the end of the day, and I realized for this short squeeze to happen, everybody can't be selling like this. Who knows if this is because of the retail investors or the hedge funds or whatever, but the main reason that I bought GameStop was because I saw this opportunity with the short squeeze position. But if everyone is selling, how is this supposed to happen? And with the euphoria in the market right now and everybody thinking they're going to make so much money off of GameStop, keep in mind, I don't want this to sound discouraging or anything like that. A lot of people that are holding GameStop right now, like I said, I hope you all make tons of money, but I'm just giving my personal perspective on this, and I just saw a lot of people selling today, and for this short squeeze to occur, we can't have so many people panic selling like this. One other thing that I wanted to emphasize about my decision to buy GameStop stock, it wasn't just all about the money for me. Of course, I would have loved to make some really nice gains off of this one, but it was also about the fact that I did not like people being restricted on their ability to purchase the stock. And I didn't like how this was being applied across the board to many brokerages where it's supposedly supposed to be all about democratizing finance and power to the people and giving them a chance to invest and revolutionize the way we engage in the stock market. I just didn't like the fact that people were being restricted on their personal decisions to buy a stock. At the end of the day, I believe that people should be respected enough to make their own decisions, and especially when it comes to their hard-earned money. Even though I lost a lot of of money on this position, I appreciate the fact that I was able to make my own personal decision. Even though it didn't turn out well, I at least had the ability to buy more than one GameStop share because this was before everything started to become restricted. Buying GameStop stock was more than just about the money for me, and that's likely one of the major reasons as to why I decided to make a short-term play and actually engage in a short-term play like this, because if otherwise this whole situation wasn't going on, of course I'm still attracted to that short squeeze, but I have to be honest, that was a big factor in making this purchase decision as well. In addition to the potential gain side, it kind of gave us small guys a voice by buying GameStop even though the big guys were all against us. It was also on margin, like I said, and I would rather at least have $2,000 left out of this $4,000 purchase than a lot less than that. In retrospect though, I do kind of have mixed feelings on my decision to sell GameStop stock, but I'm just in a specific situation right now, especially with taxes coming up. I was kind of hoping that I would get some pretty solid gains off of a swing trade with GameStop stock that I could use towards paying some of that tax bill. So it was definitely, as I stated, one of those YOLO situations where it wasn't like a high conviction play like I have with Tesla stock, where if it drops 30% or even if it drops 50%, I'm not going to be panic selling or anything like this. I wouldn't even really consider this a panic sell, considering that I waited until the very low point of this chart right here. And I was basically just analyzing all of this in the mindset of a lot of these newer retail investors that pretty much just own GameStop stock, and I was trying to put myself in their position and what they would do. Even aside from all of this though, there was a lot of shadiness going on with GameStop stock, where there was a bunch of news pieces coming out about silver and how Wall Street Bets was going crazy over silver. That in itself was very shady because I didn't see many people on Wall Street Bets talking about silver. If anything, they are saying we are not bullish on silver, we don't care about silver. That was pretty much what I was seeing on Wall Street Bets, and all it took was a 5-second search on that subreddit to see that they are not crazy about silver like all of these articles are saying. You can go down that rabbit hole for yourself, but I think it's waking up a lot of people when it comes to the finance media. To me, that just emphasizes the value of everyday regular people on YouTube talking about the stock market, because there can be a lot more genuine aspects to that. Anyways, I just wanted to do another portfolio update as usual. Please make sure to smash that like button if you enjoyed the transparency. Like I said, we took an L with GameStop today. With every failure comes a lesson and learning experience, and I knew going into this that I could pretty much lose everything or lose a significant amount of money. This was that casino moment for me. I knew that going into it. It was never really a serious position, but I just wanted to have some transparency on that. Aside from that, definitely feel free to check out my referral links to Webull and Robinhood if you want in the description below. With Webull right now, you can get 4 free stocks in total, 2 for just signing up with my referral link, and then another 2 valued up to $1,600 for depositing $100 into your Webull account. You can also get $10 in Bitcoin on Coinbase by using my referral link and buying $100 in Bitcoin. On top of that as well, you can fill out some quizzes on Coinbase and you can get like alternate cryptocurrencies that you can convert to Bitcoin. It's around like a $36 or $40 value, so it's definitely worth it in my opinion. I instantly converted all over to Bitcoin, so that's a pretty nice opportunity. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week.